Hello friends, this is the Sun Woman. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel for your new moon readings. This is the new moon in Capricorn, and these readings are going to cover the period from January 17th through to February 15th. This is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Click on the Book Now link in the banner to order your 6-month reading for 2018. My readings are not like anything else that you're going to find as far as empathic and intuitive readers and astrologers. What do you receive for a 2018 6-month reading? Well, you receive a 45 to 60 minute live tarot reading in reference and in response to your question or your concern. So if you need answers, you will get answers with that tarot reading. Then in addition to that, you will receive a 6-month forecast, astrological forecast for all of the transits that are covering you and affecting you for the next 6 months, so that you know when the best times are to act, when the best times are to kind of sit back and wait for things to manifest. Okay, and in addition to that, you will receive 6 months of affirmations for each of the months, and these are empowering affirmations, you know, to keep you focused, and they are directly pulled from spirit. So these are the messages that you will need for that 6-month period each month to you know, to get you through that month and keep you focused and empowered. I'd love to do that for you. So that being said, let's get into the reading. Okay, Aquarius, so I pulled an affirmation card here, and I think that's the best way to start this reading for you. The affirmation card says, "My outer experiences are a reflection of my internal condition." And so I really feel that during this new moon cycle, there's going to be a bit of a tug of war between head and heart, okay, between emotions and logic, between rational thought and you know, and your emotional needs. And I think that this is the result of some kind of either upheaval or a change in an emotional situation, perhaps last month or in the last few weeks leading up to this new moon cycle. We have the Empress there reversed, representing the recent past. And so very much when the Empress shows up, you know, it's about it could be about family situations, but it can also be about an emotional relationship, an emotional situation that has not really yielded the harvest, the emotional harvest that you may have been hoping for. And you know, for my female Aquarians, the Empress can talk about kind of a block or a you know, some kind of suppression or an inability to really flow with your feminine power. Okay, either there being some inability for you to move forward with an emotional relationship, or maybe some issue between you and a partner that stems from you know, your physical relationship. Maybe there has been you know, some of you may be separating yourselves or spending time alone, feeling some insecurity. I really feel with the Empress reversed, it's about not feeling comfortable in your skin. So you may be dealing with some anxiety, you may be dealing with some you know, not being able to flow freely on whatever level that might be, whether it's emotional, whether it's sensual, whether it is your family situation. It can also have to do with financial issues. It could do with issues in the home. You know, you could be dealing with financial difficulties. So this is, you know, the energy that you are coming out of in the last few weeks, or in the last week to 10 days. And I feel like the reason that you have been able to come out of this, or that you are on your way in the right direction away from this energy, is because you have really gained a grasp of what it is you want in your life. You know who you are, and there, on some level, there's been a strengthening. You know, I feel like whatever emotional situation is, you are now in control. You've gotten a handle over things. You've decided, you know, I may not be able to affect other people, but I can affect my reactions. I can affect my own actions. I can affect my responses to other people, or to difficult situations that may be coming up. Some of you, I feel, with the Nine of Pentacles reversed at the base of the deck, may now be taking your focus so much off of others, or a particular relationship, or even, you know, some kind of emotional situation. It could be family situation as well, and you are refocusing on what you are able to do and what your talents, your gifts are, in order to restabilize yourself and your situation. You know, I just feel for some of you, it may have been an issue with your actual physical home, perhaps, you know, financial difficulties causing an issue in the home, or there being a lack. When the Empress is right side up, there's a harvest. Okay, things are bountiful. Whatever area we're talking about, there's bounty, there's an overflow, there's abundance. So you may have been dealing with a situation where it's been just that. You've had to function with less than optimal resources, and I feel that this, you know, on some level, it has taken a bit of a toll. But you are now here showing up as yourself, you know, as your significator here, the Queen of Swords. That is you. And this Queen, I like this Queen in this particular deck, because she is very focused to me. She's in a meditative state there, but she also is wielding her sword, and it's right side up, and it's as though she is about to cut through, you know, whatever obstacles, or you know, whatever limitations that she has been dealing with. She's ready to cut through all of that. And she's using her mind. She's regaining her balance. She's not allowing her emotions to take, you know, to take control of the situation. She is perhaps detaching herself. I like that Black Panther there, you know, and for me, the Panther represents strength. It represents cunning. It represents agility. It also, you know, kind of represents the ability to kind of sit back and wait for your best time to move, to hunt, to spring out of, you know, wherever you are. There, with the Nine of Pentacles here, I definitely feel like some of you are deciding perhaps to be single for a while if a relationship situation has gone sour. And like this affirmation card, you know, your outer experiences are reflecting your internal condition. So if you've been in a relationship or an emotional situation that has had you upside down, like that upside down Empress there, then your outer world has also, you know, reflected that. Maybe your finances were, you know, off because you were focusing so much on this one area, or maybe family relationships have been strained, or you haven't really been focused on your career or your studies, or you know, or using your talents, your gifts, your, you know, your God-given abilities, because your focus has been elsewhere. Well, it's time to cut through that and make a change, is what the Queen of Swords is saying. And you know, the swords cards are not always the easiest suit, because, you know, the power, the empowerment that you have can come as a result of having gone through hardship, having gone through separation or some kind of emotional pain. But there is a refocusing of those energies. Now, I do feel that there is water energy around you, and the reason that I'm saying this, I'm getting a strong Piscean influence here, and before, I'm just going to pin that right there and go back a little bit. We have in the near future the Awakening card, which is actually the Judgment card in this deck, and I'm using the Starchild Tarot, the Akashic version, which I just am in love with. And Judgment is awakening here, and the Awakening card is reversed. So I feel as though you are still kind of holding back or being held back by circumstances that are around you. It could be the influence of someone who around you who is who still has a hold on you emotionally on some level, and so you're not yet able to break free. You're not yet able to wake up from whatever this spell is that you are under. So that's why I said that there's definitely a push-pull kind of situation, because here you are, rational Aquarius. Now this is going for my male and female Aquarians. So I was specifically talking about the Empress as feminine energy being suppressed, but that also, if you are a person who deals, if you're a male Aquarian and you're dealing with other women, or even if you're a female Aquarian and you're dealing with other women on an emotional level, there could be the influence of a female in your life who is going through those things that I just mentioned. Okay, there could be health issues, it could be fertility issues, could be you know, some kind of hormonal difficulties. Someone may be going through menopause or perimenopause, or you know, or having issues conceiving, difficulties with fertility. So you know, these things have been, I feel, were strong for the last month. There's going to be a need for you to shake yourself free of this energy, and that's what I really think is going on. You have to kind of, it's like when you have a dream and you know you're dreaming and you're trying to get out of that dream, and you're kind of shaking yourself, trying to shake yourself awake, like I'm ready to wake up now. And so I feel that within the next 2 weeks you are going to be on the verge of this new awakening that's going to release you from you know, from whatever's been kind of keeping you in the dark, or keeping a hold on you, or keeping you under some sort of spell that hasn't allowed you to, you know, to move forward in your life, to wake up. And let's go back to what I said about Pisces. So I have the Queen of Cups reversed here, which is in your advice area, and I have the Moon reversed, which is the area that rules other people, external influences. So both of those for me are Pisces cards. The Queen of Cups can be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, male or female. The Moon, though, for me is definitely a Pisces card, so that's why I'm emphasizing Piscean energy. This person is off balance. They are emotionally off balance. I feel that they are going through something right now that is kind of shaking them to the core emotionally. There may have been some kind of upheaval. There may have been secrets that have come to light, and as a result of that, they are, you know, they don't know left from right now, where they are emotionally. And so if you are connected to this person, that energy that they are expressing, or that they are trying to balance and having a difficult time, you know, getting a grasp on this could be bleeding over into your life and affecting you and throwing you off balance and off course. I feel like you have to allow this situation and this person to pull themselves through it. I don't feel like you need to allow yourself to be embroiled in this. Sometimes we all have to go through things on our own. Sometimes we have to make our own emotional decisions. And, you know, as much as we may want to help people, influence them, pull them out of something, you know, everyone has to walk their own walk and their own path. So this person, if they're not ready to move forward, if they're not ready to see clearly, if they're not ready to accept whatever has them off balance emotionally, then it's not really your place to try and do that for them. You won't be able to. What that will do is that will you know, keep you held back, and you don't want to do that, because you want your internal experiences and your internal condition to be one of balance and clarity. That's what that ace of that sword is, that the queen is holding. You know, it's clear, it's rational, it's cutting through illusion. So you are seeing clearly in your life, but someone else may not yet be able to see themselves through, okay, of what they're dealing with. It may be one of those dark nights of the soul where this person just has to go through the tunnel and go through that darkness before they can come out on the other end, knowing where they stand. You could be dealing with someone who has substance addictions. Could be alcohol, could be other things. It could be a situation where this person is emotionally, there's something going on with them emotionally, okay? It could be a physical thing, it could be a psychological thing, or even a psychiatric thing that they're dealing with. You know, you can offer resources if you you know, have access to those things, but you know, you can't be pulled in. You have to let that person find their way through. You can help them where you're able to, but not to the point of allowing someone to be a psychic vampire, an emotional vampire to you, where they are, you know, draining you because they're leaning on you, or they're not able to gain balance, so they're, you know, pulling you off balance. The obstacle coming up here is the Page of Wands. And so interesting, the Page of Wands here for me talks about information, messages, communications that are not necessarily wanted communication. There may be some issues that this person is dealing with, or that you may be dealing with. You may have a hard time communicating with this person. This person may not be receptive to everything you have to say, or there could be arguments. You may not be seeing eye to eye. This Page of Wands as the obstacle could represent another person, which could be a fire sign, which would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. It's an immature energy. It could be a child, okay? It could be someone's child that may be the cause of an emotional disturbance, or, you know, throwing a family situation upside down here. And so that is what's, you know, being dealt with. I do feel, though, that you are in a good place as long as you focus on yourself and focus on your own life and your own goals and what it is that you want to achieve. I think one of those things right now is financial security. With the Nine of Pentacles there, I feel like you're definitely going to have an opportunity, whether you know, a new opportunity presents itself this month within this new moon cycle for you, or whether you actually manifest it yourself. Some of you, I feel, might be freelancing, you know, creating your own niche in whatever you're really good at. And I do feel that if you have been going through financial difficulties, the situation is going to improve considerably. I do feel like before this new moon cycle is over, whatever imbalances or lack, or scarcity that you may have been going through, it's going to resolve, and you will have enough to cover yourself, your needs, your expenses, your bills, and money is going to start coming in for you. So money, I feel, looks very good. I don't think that that's an issue for you. I think the main issue here is emotional connections. Okay. And again, the Pisces influence here can be male or female. All right. The outcome I have here for you is the Three of Cups. So interesting, because the Three of Cups usually is a card that represents gatherings, celebrations, social get-togethers, going out with people, having a good time, celebrating. Some of you are well, actually, we're moving into Aquarius season. So happy birthday to those of you who are having your birthday in January very soon, and February as well coming up. So this new moon cycle is going to be covering a good portion of your birthday month, Aquarius. So that Three of Cups can definitely represent celebrations for your birthday, people celebrating you, parties, gatherings with people who care about you, a lot of good energy, having a good time and being around people who love, respect, and admire you and want to show you their appreciation. So I say enjoy that, because I really feel like you've been through a lot in the last few months, Aquarius, and you have made it through the storm, and you deserve to, you deserve for things to lighten up. You deserve to enjoy yourself, to enjoy life, to be celebrated, and have people around you, as I said, that love you and want to and want the best for you. So enjoy that Three of Cups energy. Now, another manifestation of the Three of Cups that I have to mention, of course, and especially with all of this emotional stuff that has been going on, there could be a relationship situation where there is a third party involved. And I feel like by the end of this new moon cycle, it is very possible that this situation is going to finally, if it's been hidden, it is going to come to light. It is going to come out in the open. Secrets that were kept are going to be exposed, revealed. This new moon is highlighting the 12th house for my Aquarians. So if anyone has been in a relationship or, some kind of connection or an affair or something that's been going on behind the scenes that you did not necessarily want the world to know about, be very careful, be vigilant, because I feel that secrets are going to come out, especially with the moon there. Reversed, which represents things that were hidden coming to light. The Page of Wands, which is information coming out or messages coming through. Be very careful who you're emailing or texting. Make sure you're sending your messages to the right person. Be careful that you are keeping your phone with you or locked, or whatever, emails, accounts locked, because things could get out in a way that could be revealing and embarrassing if you're not prepared for that to happen. Okay. And the Nine of Pentacles here, as I said, some of you may decide that you just want to be single for a while. You want to just, celebrate yourself and focus on your money, which is fine. And also, another thing I wanted to mention is that we do have a full moon eclipse on January 31st. Okay, so eclipses, full moons reveal things. Eclipses are 6 to 10 times more powerful than a full moon, and often bring things to a head that would usually take 6 months you know, that situation can be brought to a resolution in a matter of weeks. Okay, so again, be very aware of this eclipse. You know, always something unexpected that happens. Be careful about your reactions. Don't make any you know, important decisions 3 days before, I'm sorry, up in 10 days, I'm sorry, 10 days prior to the full moon eclipse and 3 days after. That's like a 13-day period where it's best to kind of watch and see what other people are doing, what goes on, and wait until that unstable energy has kind of passed. Okay, and that is going to be in Aquarius, so that's going to be an eclipse in your sign. It could really transform things for you, transform your life, and bring about that awakening that the Judgment card has, you know, indicated here, which is reversed. Yeah, that may be the next 2 weeks perhaps, but around that full moon eclipse and after that, things are going to be very different than they are at this moment. Okay, so keep your wits about you and focus on yourself. Let other people do them and do what they have to do. You stay focused and under the radar, and focused on your own concerns until the dust settles, you know, mid part of February. All right, Aquarius,